last week, Ghost finalized its 10th broker. So now you have automation tools available for you across 10 different brokers in 3 different sectors from futures, Forex, and crypto. This is your weekly video walkthrough of exactly how to set everything up from start to finish, A to Z. So if you've never used Ghost for automation in your day trading, this is the video for you. Now, the first thing you want to do if you don't have Ghost and you want to automate your day trading is come over to quantcrawler.com/get-ghost and it will bring you to this page. I'm not going to spend a ton of time going through this, but this is going to give you all of the information to get set up with Ghost and everything that it can do. I will also show you this right here. We are the highest rated day trading automation platform on the market. There is not an automation platform that is rated higher than us. We have 170 reviews with a 4.9 out of 5 overall and an overall 5-star on Trustpilot. These are all independent third-party reviews. So I know everybody Trustpilot, and again, we are the highest automation platform on here that exists. So we have the backing, we have the social proof. We have a Discord of 6,300 people and our automation tool works. So let me now show you exactly how you get this set up. Once you finish on get-ghost and you get your account set up and you log in, you're going to be brought to a dashboard that looks like this right here. You can see since February when this launched, we've processed 443,000 individual trades. This does not count fan outs, meaning we have our trade copier connected. We've literally processed 443,000 individual webhook orders for automation in about 6 months. So you will get to your Ghost dashboard and it will look just like this, minus these broker connections that I already have connected. So is what you will want to do from this dashboard is come up here to the settings icon in the top right and just simply click this button. It's then going to bring you into the general tab within the settings, and you don't need to do much here except when you're ready to make sure that your orders are going to go through and execute, whether it's onto your live account, your prop firm account, your demo account, whatever you want to use, make sure this button right here is not checked. Is demo mode within Ghost. You don't select that if you're using a demo account because demo mode means that a webhook is going to come in and hit Ghost and Ghost is going to log it up here in the logs and the history, but it's not going to do anything with it. So it puts Ghost in demo mode, not your account. So that means no orders are going to execute. So the only thing you need to make sure of on this tab right here specifically, when you are ready for Ghost to actually send that trade to whatever account you're using, this box cannot be checked or it will not send. So that's for later. Also, if you just know that you're going to set it up and let it run, make sure the box is unchecked. It should come unchecked by default. The tab you really want to go to is this one right here, brokers. Now you can see here, these are all 10 of our brokers. You can connect your Tradovate accounts, Project X, Rhythmic, Ninja Trader, Trade Locker, C Trader, MT4 and MT5, Coinbase, Batunix, and DX Trade. So we have 4 futures options, 3 Forex options, and 3 crypto options. So is what you want to do, for example, let's just assume Tradovate, that's our most popular platform and what most people have connected. You want to click this manage button, or yours will actually look green like this right here and say connect, and you'll just simply click the button. And as what that will do is pop you down right here to Tradovate, and yours will look very similar, except you won't already have an account here like I do. So the buttons you want to focus on in this specific section is, are you trading a prop firm or are you trading a personal live account? These are very important because prop firms trade in the demo environment in Tradovate. So when this button is checked right here and you click this and it takes you to the Tradovate OAuth, anything you link through here is going through the demo route, which is going to be prop firms for your evals and your funded accounts. That is a completely separate lane from this live account. So if you trade a real money live account, like my personal live, that I have to connect it through this one here, and it completely routes the orders a different direction. This is very important. So I'm going to go with the assumption that we're setting up a prop firm and you've already seen the setup. We make sure prop firm is selected and we click connect a Tradovate account. it will bring you to this agreement right here. Now, I date and timestamp these because every single account is ran weekly through a bot detection that makes sure you are not copy trading for other users. It's against our terms of service to connect any other account that's not your account. And I will find out about it if you're trying to copy trade to a group of people. So, this is your date and timestamp that says if you connect someone else's account to trade on their behalf and I find out about it, I'm going to ban you from the platform and I'm not going to give you a refund either. Not me being a Grinch, it's just me being realistic. So, you click I agree and connect, and it brings you to the Tradovate OAuth account. I'm just going to stop right here for a second. Every single week, you most likely will need to renew your connection. And the reason for that is every Friday and Saturday, Tradovate does maintenance. And so when that happens, the heartbeat from the account that you connect from here to Ghost most likely will die and it needs to be refreshed and it can't be brought back because as a platform, I don't store any of your credentials. It's a security risk for me, it's a security risk for you. So all of my logins are done via OAuth. And if they're a direct connection, nothing is ever saved. It's a one time ping to get the heartbeat back, and we grab onto that, and then that maintains the connection. So once a week, you will need to do this. If you want to set it and forget it automation tool, we essentially have that, except 4 times a month, you're going to have to log in for 15 minutes and refresh your connections. And that's it. It's not that big of a deal, but I like everybody to know that up front. So once you enter in your username and password, you then click login and it will bring you back to Ghost. You will then be able to see all of your accounts that you just connected from this dropdown. I have 56 accounts connected. This is my live account. And so I have prop firms and live accounts all connected through this one channel right here. So at this point, you have linked your connection. You can connect as many accounts as you want. There's no limit. At one point, I had 160 something accounts connected between my prop firms, my live accounts, my demo accounts, and everything I was using for testing. There's literally no limit on our platform on anything to how many accounts you can connect and trade at one time. We don't paywall things by if you trade this many, you have to pay for this tier. You just pay for it and you get it. You can trade 1,000 if you want to. I don't care. And our server's built to handle it too. You could literally do that if you had capacity. So we've linked our accounts and we're back on the dashboard. The next thing you want to do is right here, you want to come into the tickers tab. And yours will be empty. It will not look like mine, but you'll have a green button right here that looks just like this button that says add futures ticker. So as you would assume, that's what we're going to do. We're going to click add futures ticker, or if we're connecting forex, we're going to click add forex or crypto ticker. So if I actually remove this one, you'll be able to see right here, this exact button is right here in the middle of the screen, and it looks the same on every single tab. So let's go back to futures. I'm going to click add futures ticker. And then right here, I'm just going to put MNQ and the strategy name. I'm just going to put video test. So as soon as we click add ticker, it's going to flash the screen and then the full setup is going to pop up. Now this right here is where you can name your actual strategy. So if it's a VWAP filter, if it's a orb strategy, whatever, you want to name this here. The next thing you can do is you can select a group so you can group these together. I have an evaluation set, I have a funded set, and I have a live signals set for my live account. And I just group them all accordingly. So if I only need to adjust my live, I don't have to look at 9 different tabs because I run 9 different tickers. So is how you would do this is it's a little bit clunky. I still need to fix this, but you can just type in test group. And then once you get that entered in, you need to press enter. And then that populates up into the group. And I now have a group called test group. I need to actually get a confirmation button over here. That's going to be next on my list. So you can do that. And then your notes here, these are private to just you. They don't affect anything. They have no effect on if the operation goes through. These are literally just for you to keep track of them. So once we're done here, that's the only thing on this tab, and we click next. Now, this is where Ghost is king. So if you have a strategy that runs 5 contracts, but you leave this at 1 contract, Ghost is going to receive that order and it's going to only send 1 based on what you have here. Or if you have a variable strategy where sometimes it sends 5, other times it will send 3, sometimes it will send 10. You need to check this box right here where the webhook controls the contract. That means Ghost will either act with just this here if this box is not checked, or if it is checked, it will be fluid. If you send 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, Ghost will follow and adhere to your option right here that you select, where whatever webhook you receive, that's what you want executed. You can choose to have a stop loss and take profit bracket that will send to any broker. You have a fixed stop loss and a fixed take profit. You can set those here. Or if, again, you use a variable strategy and sometimes your stop loss is very wide and sometimes it's very short, same with your take profit. You want your webhook to control the ins and outs and where your brackets land. You just click this button right here, where when Ghost receives stop loss here, take profit here, entry here, that's what it does. So that box is also very important when it comes to controlling your stop loss and take profit. Now, once we've dialed this in, let's say we want to do webhook controls the contracts and webhook controls the stop loss and take profit. We're going to leave that there. And then we just click next and we go over to our accounts. Now, there's two things you can do here. If you have a ticker that you put in here and it does not classify right, it drops into the futures tab. Right now, Ghost picks up that MNQ is a futures ticker, which it is. But if I said it's actually a forex ticker, I would just select this right here and it will move it out of futures and into the forex tab or crypto. This makes it to where you can set any ticker you want to trade at any time and override Ghost's auto detection feature. If you're like, hey, I'm using a one-off broker, it's kind of a weird ticker, so you may not already have it custom formatted in to allow it to be accepted, but I want it accepted and it's a crypto pair. There you go. That's how you do it. You then right here will select your account that you want to trade. So I can pick my Project X account, this one here. Or if I want to copy trade, where when a signal is received, I don't want it to go to one account. I want it to go to all 12 accounts. I can click this copy trader mode right here. And I can select every single account on here that I have. Anything, like I said, up to 1,000. You can do whatever you want. There's no limit. So this is where you would make your account selection. And then we move on to trade behavior. Now, these are all self-explanatory, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But contrarian mode means Ghost receives a long order. It's going to go short. It's going to be contrarian. It's going to take the opposite of what it receives. You can block entries around high impact news. You can have a directional filter where you only want it to take longs or you only want it to take shorts. You can put a signal delay if you want to have prop firm compliance and everything there to make sure you're not getting the exact same entries and exits as other users are, just for trade copying purposes at scale. You can delay your signal all the way up to 3 seconds. The other thing you can do here is you can set your max daily trades. If you only want it to take one trade, put one. If you want it unlimited, leave it empty or put 20. I don't care what you put here, but Ghost will follow it. And that's what you have on the trade behavior tab. The protection tab is trading hours and session close. You can enable these and set certain trading hours where Ghost will operate within those windows. And the session close is a one-time flatten for prop firm compliance. If you need to be out of positions no later than 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard or 5:30 Eastern Standard, you just put this here and select your time. The next tab here is the webhooks and alerts. So this webhook is specific to this ticker that you're creating. So this is how wherever your alert system is, whether it's TradingView or NinjaTrader or whatever you're using to generate your alerts, this webhook ties to this, which ties back to all of these account routings and everything that you just set up here. So your webhook is specific to your ticker that you're setting up. If you use a custom strategy and you need to know what Ghost will accept, you can right click and open this in a new tab. And this will tell you every single thing that Ghost is already set up to accept, the way the action needs to be worded, and how everything works within Ghost. And you can fully walk through this guide right here that breaks down every single thing you can do with it. If you use one of my indicators or strategies, all you need is this alert message here. I build everything the same way. Or entry and alert exit signals for each individual buy, sell, or exit are all right here with one-click copies. And then lastly, custom webhooks. If you want to enable a custom one, if you use Python or another third party or whatever you want, but you want Ghost to route this, you can put in your webhook where you want Ghost to send the alert to, and it will operate accordingly based on what you put in here. Not many people use this, but it's available because I'm assuming most people don't know that it's here and how to use it. So once you come through and you complete all 7 of these tabs and you click save changes, you will see down here at the bottom on your setup that you now have a test group with your account linked with your stop loss and take profit, your webhook setup, and every single new ticker tab will have this because at this time this is brand new and fresh. It's never received an alert and it's going to tell you that. So that way if you see overnight your alert fired at, let's say, 3 a.m. in the morning, you wake up and get to the computer at 6 a.m. and you realize you should have had an alert fire and an order go through, but Ghost is telling you it's never received it, you know that the issue is with your webhook provider or your alert provider. So that would mean the disconnect is happening over here somewhere on TradingView or whatever platform you're on. If you receive this here, but then you don't see it on your broker, then there's a disconnect somewhere between your alert signal, Ghost, and your broker. And we just need to diagnose it. And as how you do that is you would click this button right here to diagnose. Why didn't my trade fire? It says it right there. And then it runs through right here and tells you broker connections, trading view alert. No alert has ever been received. You can send a test alert, or you can copy this exact report output and put it in a tech ticket and send it over to me. But that right there is a full A to Z walkthrough of exactly how you set up your first ticker on Ghost for automation.